Buying the wrong ATV in 2026 can cost you thousands, and most best ATV lists won't tell you the truth. So let's fix that. These are the 7 quads actually worth your money this year, and exactly who each one is for. No paid rankings, no fluff, just what's good, what isn't, and which one belongs in your garage. I've gone deep on every single one of these, so by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which quad fits your riding, your work, and your budget. Let's get into it. If reliability is your –1 priority, the Rancher is where the conversation starts. Honda built this thing to outlive its owner, and people genuinely run these for 15–20 years with little more than oil changes. What makes it a best buy is the balance. You get Honda's bulletproof engine, real utility capability for hauling and light farm work, and a price that undercuts most of the competition. The optional electric power steering on the higher trims is worth every dollar if you ride long days. Your arms will thank you. And because Honda offers it in so many configurations, manual or automatic, with or without power steering, you only pay for what you actually need. Now, what it's not a speed machine, and it's not a mud monster. The 420 cubic centimeters engine is smooth and torquey, but if you want to fly across open trails or pull a buddy out of a swamp, this isn't it. Who I'd recommend it to? First-time buyers, property owners, and anyone who values "it just works" over horsepower bragging rights. Buy this and forget about it, in the best way. If the Rancher is the safe pick, the Sportsman 570 is the smart all-rounder, and probably the ATV most people should buy without realizing it. Here's why it earns its spot. That 44 horsepower single gives you noticeably more punch than the entry-level quads, but it's still easy to control. You get independent rear suspension for a genuinely plush ride, on-demand all-wheel drive that grabs traction the second you need it, and a cargo and towing capacity that handles real work. On rough, rutted trails, that independent rear end is a game changer. It soaks up the hits that leave solid axle quads bouncing. The weak spot? Polaris has had a reputation for niggling electrical and reliability gremlins over the years. Recent models are much better, but it's the one thing I'd tell you to keep an eye on, and a reason to buy from a dealer who'll back the warranty. Keep up with the maintenance, and most owners have zero issues. Who's it for? The rider who wants one machine to do everything, trail riding on the weekend, hauling during the week, without stepping up to premium money. For most buyers, this is the sweet spot. Step up to the Grizzly 700 and you feel the difference immediately. It's the workhorse that refuses to quit. What it does brilliantly, the Ultramatic transmission is widely considered the best automatic CVT in the business, smoother and far more durable than what most rivals offer. It also gives you real engine braking on steep descents, which is something a lot of owners only appreciate after they've ridden the competition. And Yamaha's legendary build quality. And you've got a machine that handles serious trail abuse and heavy utility work year after year. It's not the cheapest 700 class quad, and it's tuned more for dependable grunt than razor-sharp aggression. The buyer who keeps a quad for a decade and rides it hard. The Grizzly is the benchmark everything else is measured against. Want the most power for your dollar? The Brute Force 750 is your answer. That 749 cubic centimeters V-twin is the headline. It's punchy, it sounds fantastic, and it pulls hard from the bottom end. This is the quad for riders who want excitement. Open trails, sand, towing heavy loads, throwing roost, the Brute Force eats it up, and it typically prices below the Can-Am and Yamaha V-twins, which is exactly why it's a best buy. For the performance you're getting, the value here is genuinely hard to beat. But let's be honest about the downsides. It's a big, heavy machine, so it's less nimble on tight technical trails, and the fuel economy reflects that V-twin appetite. It's also not the most refined ride. It's raw, and some people love it for exactly that reason. Just go in knowing this is a quad that rewards confident riders more than nervous beginners. Who it's for? The power-hungry rider on a budget. What makes it special is the engineering reputation. Suzuki's chassis and four-wheel drive system are seriously well sorted. There's a low-range gearing setup that makes slow, heavy work. Fewer aftermarket accessories than a Polaris or Can-Am, and resale that doesn't always reflect how good the machine actually is. Who I'd recommend it to? The informed buyer who does their homework. If you don't care about badge prestige and just want a tough, capable workhorse that punches above its price, the King Quad is a quietly brilliant choice. Now for the one that's shaking up the whole market. A few years ago, nobody took CFMoto seriously. Today, the CForce 600 is one of the best value propositions you can buy. Period. Here's the pitch. You get features that used to be premium only. Power steering, a winch, alloy wheels, an LCD display, often included as standard, at a price that undercuts the Japanese and American brands by thousands. The build quality has jumped dramatically, and for the money, the feature per dollar ratio is honestly hard to argue with. For a first quad or a second machine for the family, that loaded spec sheet at that price is seriously tempting. The honest caveats: long-term reliability data is still thinner than a Honda or Yamaha with 40 years of track record, and the dealer and parts network, while growing fast, isn't as dense yet. You're trusting a newer player. Who it's for? The value-driven buyer who wants the most equipment for the least money and is comfortable with a challenger brand. If your budget is tight but your expectations aren't, this is the smartest gamble on the list. And we finish at the top of the food chain. The Can-Am Outlander 850 is what you buy when you want it all and don't want to compromise. That Rotax V-twin is in a different league. Roughly 78 horsepower of class-leading performance that makes everything else here feel tame. Pair it with sharp, aggressive styling, a genuinely capable chassis, and the best aftermarket support in the industry, and you've got a machine that's as much a statement as it is a tool. Whatever you want to bolt on, a plow, bigger tires, storage, somebody makes it for the Outlander. So why isn't it number one for everyone? Price and running costs. It's the most expensive quad on this list. That power demands respect from less experienced riders, and premium performance means premium maintenance. This is not a beginner's machine. Who I'd recommend it to? The experienced rider who wants flagship power and prestige, and has the budget to match. If best buy for you means best, period, the Outlander is the king of this list. So there they are. 7 ATVs that actually earn your money in 2026. If you want bulletproof and simple, go Honda. If you want one quad to do it all, the Sportsman. If you want maximum value, look hard at the King Quad and the CForce. And if you want raw power, you've got the Brute Force and the Outlander calling your name.